time. While bottom lane, Sylar moving on to Moo, who's committing for the siege here. Lucy's coming in.
Oh, relocate top.
And they are going to relocate their way out of there.
Alright. Seen this story again. And obviously, I hope you appreciate your life more this time by dying again after I saved you.
My life a lot more if you had a mute button. Charity! Oh, the VM glimpse back, saying we don't need this kill. We'll win anyway.
That was not a PM.
I know.
That was I messed up wins.
Blacks, you're doing fine.
That's when your support we need more.
Every single direction is what we need. Oh my. Things getting a little silly here, but LGD still consistently maintaining their edge. They're up by 8,000 gold.
They're waiting for the Roshan.
10,000 experience.
They're waiting for the Roshan period for them. If you look at item wise.
Oh, they got the glimpse off on how BKB is going to be used here. And he blinks in. Who's blinked in to make through the board? Pull him on there. On the impetus as well as the death board. What are you doing? How long? Meanwhile, it following too late. About half his health. It's still gone, and they see opportunity charging with the jump charge getting popped. Relocate gets committed again. Lay spending a lot of time saving his teammates.
Is he gonna get a charity glimpse again?
Oh no, I guess they didn't see it.
They didn't see him, okay. They didn't see him, so that is already charity. They didn't see him, so he's gonna live. And right now, Hao is down for another 45 seconds. He's gonna commit the ward 35 times for Hao to actually get up. Is that going to be enough? The healing wall is going to keep them sustained.
Okay, they've got Sunrays. Even Spectre doesn't like the freaking Sunray. He's going to have to back a bit. Reset here.
Spectre is dark matter. Dark matter doesn't like bright matter. That works.
But Rat action top lane. They're going to fight Moo here. Even though no bash! He got TP out. And there's no bash. There's no way to stop that BKB TP. LGD. A mistake starting to pile up here and opening the way for NEWBEE.
Did no one actually have a TP?
I don't think they expected him to commit.
Wait, no one had a TP on the course? Except the Spectre? Oh dear, Enchantress didn't have a TP, Juggernaut didn't have a TP.
Well, they knew Relocate was on cooldown, so they're probably thinking he's not going to risk that when there's no save.
Oh
but
dear. That was
It was a gamble by...
They have to be able to... If NEWBEE can actually get the Roshan instead of LG getting the Roshan, they might actually put themselves in a good position to come back in the game and buy enough time for Tiny to become the beast that we know.
And remember, they also have a Shadow Shaman, a pretty good hero in these potential ratty games, but he's a little bit light on items. Still, you see a Hex on Hao now. So pick off potential amplifies. Not entirely out of this one yet, and a head-on fight, very unlikely to win, but they can play more evasive finesse Dota. Chance.
They need to, dodge, try to buy time and, rat. Try to avoid and take the fights that you can win. Numbers fight, you move them around the map. So right now, they are currently turning their with Tiny bottom, trying to, trying to hide and wait for because they don't see the LGD heroes on the map, so they are really, really scared. But LGD moving in the right direction, they might actually get a pick off here. They can actually kill the Wisp first, that would be huge for them.
All hiding in the trees, maybe.
Just like HY told everyone, just hide in the trees and you'll be fine. They're actually going to be fine.
Well, someone was listening.
No one is getting scouted.
Well, Daryl didn't learn. It seems NEWBEE. He just might have. But LGD are just going to force objectives here.
By the way, Butterfly on Tiny, so he's going to kill your base if he gets the chance. By AC.
Sylar. Hex there from Hao. That's not here you want him to be trying to focus down. He knows it. So he will blink back, but maybe moves in. They're going to use the Haunt. Hao, blink on cooldown for 1 second time. The Omni Slash coming through. He blinks out at the final moment. 10 HP. But in the trees, Sylar hunts him down anyway, and they will get the pick there. Moo with the taunt tech, trying to retreat his way out. The Imps come slashing through, and Moo will drop as well. That's 2 huge cores down, neither with buyback. And Lay might also drop here. LGD walks right into it.
Bashed. God, man, he got bashed. He didn't realize that he probably would have just used his flutter to actually run away. I think he didn't know about the basher on the Juggernaut.
That was the debut. That was the first time it's been used. Because right when he bought it, they smoked.
No buybacks. 60 seconds.
Might be the bailout LGD needed. Just when it looks like newbie, we're gonna make things interesting. 2 crucial kills going the wrong way. Though they push in mid, they are gonna drop
going
the
the wrong way if you're LGD.
Wrong way for newbie.
This is bad. They're gonna probably lose 2 lanes of backs at this rate.
Maybe more. Font is on cooldown, but you have buybacks to hit here.
Trying 5 times for the last right.
They've got 5 buybacks. They can stick around if they'd like. Top lane is pushing in.
If LGD goes for the top lane, they have to hold a defense. There's no choice.
Or LGD are content. TP away. We'll get these lanes out. Now, next round of items likely to come out here.
How often do you see RTK this rich? This is actually even richer than the enemy safe lane. So that's gonna be the Abyssal Blade done, or maybe even more reliable lockdown this time. Like BKB TPing out in front of that guy.
And he can main fight the Tiny as well, pretty well at this point. As the BKB, so no craggy procs.
He doesn't have an MKB, so I think if the Tiny can catch him before he BKB, still be able to win. But
yes, if he catches him. They do have 2 hexes.
Newbie has to make this smoke move. They took so much damage in their base. Oh dear, the scout. The scout.
That Invisor and newbie trying for shenanigans, and they're gonna take out their rage on the Wildkin. Pointy ain't.
The RTK on point and get that chanted creep. Knows what's up. Just knows that newbie just lost a team fight. No one showing on the map. Either smoke to kill you or smoke to rush.
Now time for LGD to grab that Roshan. Testing.
I think they have to though. I think if they give away this rush, it's like gonna lose the next fight for sure.
There's no way you can beat an Aegis, Cheese,
They have to fight.
No, there's a Spectre buyback. Sylar has not gotten an item in a long time.
Let's go. Moo's gonna BKB, run into the Roche pit. Let's go.
Maybe he's gonna run out of the Roche pit, and that will burst him. Oh, it's gonna do a pretty chunk of damage there to move. They'll glimpse it back just a little bit. Pulling him down now. This is the tether. They get off a very good bail, but maybe just going forward to the BKB. He's getting pulled down inside of the ward. Turns on the Omnicus, working on Moo together with the Death, with the Aether range. Moo, low but not dead yet. The infinite of ROTK really dishing out the damage. Maybe cleans up a 3rd, and Sylar hunts for a 4th. Too late, purge, and dead as well. And newbie, after a back and forth brawl, end up dropping game number 1. 34-16 the score. LGD, probably the favorites coming into the event so far, looking good.
And they show that they are more willing to try new stuff. Like before this, like when we always talk about LGD, LGD are a team that they're always sticking to old picks. They're really traditional. They're not willing to try new heroes, the meta heroes. They're always sticking to their guns. RTK is always on a hero that doesn't want to farm a lot. And this game, he's on a hero that wants to win his lane, wants to farm, deal damage in team fights. And they adjusted their pick when they realized the enemy doesn't.
It seems like LGD had a come to Jesus. Said we have to be willing to shake things up.
I think that after the past few game events,
in their comfort zone still. Because like Spirit jump. They're going again on mid. The arrow flies in. No Tail. This time he'll dodge it. The flame guard's burning him down, and what a storm from Crit. No Tail's got his lightning bolt ready, but they go for the double sun fly, actually curving that impale. And he's able to pick up both the heroes. Lion takes one, Zeus takes the other, but doesn't hold from there. And No Tail just lined it up. He waits, fly TPs in with the Ravage essentially.
Is Moon able to get this kill on bottom lane too? With the Raw, the OD ulti, they're trying to kill Moon off so quickly. They're able to do so, but you just expended 2 big ultimates to ensure that kill. But they do keep JO alive.
The roar isn't even that big of a deal. It's the Sanity's Eclipse. Plus the fact that JO, again, still continues to struggle to get CS. All of these things are great. You've got 3 kills and 2 assists on your OD, but he's still behind by 700 net worth on that Phantom Lancer, and you haven't had anything to deal with him. And even more importantly than that, Toby, is that OG are power leveling their supports. You've got a level 4 Mirana and a level 4 Vengeful Spirit that are desperately trying to split XP. Crit's already level 5. Fly has long been level 6, and he's going to pick up this Invisor, and he has his ultimate available. This is such a danger zone right now for Archon.
He can solo so many, especially if like you caught with that flame guard down. You get the initial stun, throw the spirit out, and boom. Monkey's gonna walk into it. so. Flying started, finger, lightning bolt.
The stomp. The natural order is enough. Really well done too. I think that was Crit's clarity that was put on him before, so he had enough mana to cast it. That's just really good team play. Things that you don't really talk about but notice.
And now Archon will shift their lanes up. So OD got a lot out of the early game. Obviously not in CS, but it's still with 3-0-2. Jared can't be too sad. But it's just now when you push the Ember to the bottom lane. You get him his bigger farm, his safer farm. And my answer is instantly no. That should push Monkeys back to the mid lane.
I'm not sure why. I feel like they shouldn't have rotated the OD in the first place. The Ember just has to play more back or he has to go for kills. Problem is that you're ganking a level 7 PL. So what you normally do to me in this situation is you go gank the safe lane and it's like a level 3 or level 4 support and an under-leveled carry. But that timing window is long since run out because OG have been the aggressors. So you've got these two supports that are constantly running around, creating havoc and making it difficult for them to ever rotate. So now you're a level 8 Ember Spirit that's running into a level 7 Lion. Like, the disparity isn't there for him to be able to just YOLO in.
Here comes the gank. They lost the vision though because the Hawk's a little bit too far away, but they know exactly where Miracle's gone. So it's going to be Raw into Arrow. Now they've got multiple Miracles to choose from, and even more of them. As he doppelgangers himself away from this one with the Starfall, they reveal the real one, but they actually go onto the wrong one. The Raw is available, but the Arrow hits. It's point blank range, they just use the Spirits to finish the rest of the job and hold on to that Beastmaster ultimate. But a successful gank onto Miracle. But what's your trade-off? Bottom tower's already under pressure from OG.
Yeah, Moo's almost got his Necro Book 1.
Moon's almost got his Blink Dagger.
Yeah. It's a pretty good trade-off for them. He does have the Blink Dagger now, and this is going to be go time for them. But Archon's going to be breathing a sigh of relief that they were able to knock down the PL. Like, they really needed to deal with that hero at some point, and that's the highest net worth in the game. The OD continues to farm during this time and catch up, and that's a crazy thing to think about. The fact that he's still trying to catch up, and he's not just taking it dominantly.
Can they go again? Yeah. YP is going to attempt it. Throws out a fish, Arrow, Miracle. Barely dodging it, didn't really fully see it coming, but Thundercloud's Wrath reveals YP as well from his location. The bottom tower has already been brought down. Elder Titan is actually the one to get the last hit on that.
I think OG wanted a chance in to see if there was going to be a fight available, so they popped the ult just in case, but there's no... Well, the Beastmaster Roar is just cooled down, so they've got that available to them, but nothing else. I think they just want to farm for now, Archon, and maybe just rotate the Beastmaster a bit.
OG won't let him do it though. Like, instantly the circle was drawn by OG saying we need to control up the entire Radiant jungle. They made a big circle around him from, actually I think it was Miracle that drew it. Now Blink Lesser, they found Miracle. Finger of Death and the pulse from Zeus. Very quickly following up, JO to the front lines with Monkeys, trying to find revenge, and Mira's down with the top as well. Moon's on top, a hell of a lot of damage here. JO with the orb, there's not just doing that, he needs one more attack in the move. The Sal protects him, there's 16 HP, he'll end up surviving until Beastmaster spoils the fun. So he'll catch out one, OD imprisonment, but JO, he's in pretty deep and Miracle just waits for him with his friends. There was not much the fluff and stuff could do. He already burned his swap but didn't have enough mana at the time for a magic missile.
You got a Bat Rider in exchange for an OD and a Mirana. Gonna be incredibly happy with that trade, especially since, as luck would have it, Miracle is the one that got the last hit on the killing spree. This is gonna be really fast timing for him as he's got the Yasha completed, and Crit's got almost his Veil. Or that's what I imagine he's going.
Is Archon really forcing this issue? They moved very aggressively up past the Roshan pit, like YP was getting in position to throw out an arrow, and they're just running with Necropooks or something.
I don't think they were going for Roshan there or anything like that.
It's just a kill on mid, it just seemed to be an odd way to approach it, especially after that fight just happened.
How many smokes does Archon have left? They have one. It's not bad. They need one to be able to kill Miracle, but probably even more importantly than that, like the smoke usage for individual kills W I think is not that important anymore. It's for objectives. So probably contest like the next Roshan or something that you hold on to it. There's no real reason. But the longer this kind of situation goes, Miracle just farms while his team farms behind him. They're going to smoke up now and look for an opportunity and create more space for this guy. And that's something that I'm really starting to realize, that a lot of OG's game plan is just let Miracle do what he wants. Accomplish some space for him. They're going to invade the Radiant side jungle and maybe even wrap around him in. All the spell usage is going to get spotted in this bottom lane. If anybody was looking, Crit's even going to reveal himself now as they realize that smoke just isn't going to do much.
They're looking to have a crack at Miracle. Archon wrap around. This is rest of OG's already here. They put down an observer ward. There's already one for the Radiant side. And Archon, are they going to go for the loop around? Or do they run at him directly? Like a defensive spirit down, also giving a lot of vision to Archon, but they already used the blink class too. Jayo's going to die before this fight even begins. And without him, really, Archon can't take this. And then they actually lose their observer ward as well.
I was about to go down. Losing Jayo was
the bigger thing.
Yeah, that observer ward is more just the amount of gold that you get. It's like a cherry on top, but you don't really care too much as...
Now you lose your tier 1 tower as well.
Yeah, that was crazy. Archon had vision too, because they had the lockdown. OG just played faster than they expected.
Radiant's middle tower is under
That tier 1 tower
Radiant
stays a numbered. Fortification will make at least the second last a little bit longer as White been attempted to denial. It's not going to happen. PL hits the target. And Crit's already got his spirit out in the field, so if Archon want to fight into this, they've got to be careful. But Crit, okay, hit by arrow and he's left for dead. OG has just abandoned him. They accept the loss.
Yeah, OG wanted, or Archon originally wanted to smoke into mid and take the objective of the mid tower, like look for a mini skirmish.
Looks like they're forcing it again. If there's no lasso up, so Moon doesn't have that control factor. And Notel's also very low on mana. The arrow flies up and fly. Oh, that's good 5 second stun. BS actually caught me Notel by hitting it. A blast for a double ulti from Jayo. And OG, with 3 heroes now on the sideline, will lose their tier 1 tower mid. Moon cannot stop this from happening. But how much more can Archon take from this?
has fallen.
Not much more. They don't have a naturally heavy pushing lineup or anything like that. They need to grab these quick objectives, these quick kills, turn it into a numbers advantage game, and then just rotate out. It's kind of like you just want to circle in, circle out, circle in, circle out. Make sure that you create space for your 2 mega cores, your OD and your Ember Spirit, and don't commit too much to it. The issue is that OG's game plan in both games has been incredibly safe. It's just been farm up our PL. Like, we don't care what happens in these mini skirmishes, as long as we know that we have the best late gamer here, that he's just going to continue to farm, we're not going to be able to do anything against him in the mid game. We'll take that trade.
Just wondering if he is really going to be the best late game. As you said, like, OD and Ember work so well against him, so all that farm.
They have no net worth though. They have 10k net worth combined in 16 minutes.
True. The Beastmaster actually outstrips them by 1,000 gold.
That's some mood Dota.
But he's going to have his level 3 Necro book up pretty soon. It's going to cause a couple of issues during the OG fight.
Shadows take us.
Gonna Mirana invis, but
Spirit jump. Oh, he missed the Searing Chains on fly. The arrow's on the way in as Moon very wisely backs out. They also find that Radiant Observer ward.
Archon, I think they wait for the Necro 3, get map control, look for a pick-off, de-ward everything that they can. The Ember Spirit now has the boots of travel. He's a long ways off of going for the Battle Fury. He doesn't even have drums. This is, make no mistake about it, this is an incredibly poor Ember Spirit, but he's had a pretty rough time. He especially has been the frontliner for his team, because there's nobody else that can really do so. We've got heroes like Venge and Mirana. Those aren't the trap with one situation.
Bottom lane, Blink Blast, so good. There's a lot of support though behind him, and Fluffer stuff. He gets the swap off. So Moon and Fly both expend their ultimates to try and get that kill, and unable to do so. But Crit's now on his way in. Throws down the Spirit. If he looks for a good stomp position, this is kind of it. And then he can follow up into the splitter because Jayo, he's kind of locked with a follow. Some Fly takes that kill. Moon's got a little bit of space to get out of here with the Flame Ray pushing White Bit back for the arrow. Crit walks into it. So again, he's going to get Ice Aid. The Necrobooks will take off most of his mana, and also a lot of his life. As Beastmaster will find that kill, but now Miracle joins the fight. Moon is going to get shredded apart by all these PLs with the help of the Zeus nuke. That's a big streak to end. Miracle, wow. Lucky's just coming from the side. Why is still finding his stun? Gonna find his second kill for this fight. The No-Tail, he's completely out of mana. Lost got the swap back, and No-Tail, he's down for the count. OG, a 3-for-3 trade-off. They do take 2 of the cores off Archon, but Ember Spirit now, not only has his BT, but he's got another 1,400 gold after that fight.
Almost certain that's worth it for Archon. Like, they have to be jumping with joy. The fact that they were able to win a fight without OD there, and they were able to do so in a really good fashion, and that just comes down to the fact that the level 3 Necro books, even with Wu dead, they did so much work. They burned off all of the Phantom Lancer's mana, they were able to effectively lock down crit as well. Really nice play by them. That was almost a 5-man team fight by Archon. They're pretty close to that. The Bat Rider barely gets out with like 100 HP. If not for that, that would have been such a good trade for them.
The next team fight is also going to be stronger now that mech is done over on Whitebeard. Like, their sustain is getting better and better.
I don't even know what things have happened, just because all of a sudden the Ember has second in net worth on his team. He was well behind the Phantom Lancer at one point, even behind the Zeus. They've made a pretty good showing of this so far.
It almost feels like the Ember came in like what you'd expect from like a Queen of Pain kind of role. You just slip in through the rear, you take the kills, you take all the glory, you take all the money and experience.
Sort of like how, what was that team called? CTY plays on eHome. He waits for the fight to shake up, then he shows up at the last second.
The Moonlight Shadow run. The Sentry Wards are down, however, so Monkeys is very visible. As now he gets attacked, they realize there's detection available there.
I mean, Miracle is not as scary as he once was for Archon, I think. They've got ways to deal with him, they have a lot of clear, like we talked about. And the Beastmaster Necrobooks are making it difficult for him to maneuver around as much as he wants.
He will have a different fact to the next fight though. The Diffuser Blade now being done. So he's got the ability to say, well, you want to burn mana against also Essence Aura. It's, like, he burns it quickly. But also his illusions can just get destroyed, so... At this point when you're Miracle, like, how do you try and keep yourself, like, and all your illusions alive? Do you just build directly into tank?
I think you just build the standard PL items.
So you still go into Manta and...
Yeah, you still go for Manta. Some people are experimenting with SNY, but I'm not sure how good it is. I haven't seen it enough, personally, to gauge whether or not it's worth going. Most of the people, though, you just get the Yasha for the farming ability and the fact that it makes you so much faster. And it's just like an all-around good item to have as an adjunct core. Like, you'll often see Toby, the gyrocopters, just pick it up without finishing the SNY.
Yep.
And go for more of those pressing items like the BKB. But you grab it because you never want to straight just go for an item like the BKB. You want to get something like the Yasha, which is just such an all-around item, I think. 16 agi, 15 attack speed, 8% move speed. It's not bad at all.
Archon's on the hunt right now inside the dire jungle. There is a defensive observer ward up from OG, so I'll understand if someone's sitting on the other side of the tree line and is now yet Jo reveals himself there. But then he makes his, like, he moves to the instant direction of the tier 2 tower in mid. With an observer ward down by Fluff and stuff, I think that was actually scouted out there, but he's actually put 2 observer wards this very narrow path. And Zeus instantly gets rid of the first one. I don't know if you saw that he shouldn't have seen the second.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
We're all kind of in Tradeville at the moment. Moon can't really see an opening onto the Ember Spirit without a little bit of help. Help is on its way. And with a Blink Dagger on fly, he can just jump in nice and quick. And he's going to be able to. Monkey is dragged back out. And Finken's down. Does he have enough damage? No, the OD imprisonment. Jo will buy him time. The Spirit Awakens looking for the pump coming, but it just wasn't there until the Thunder God's Wrath and Motel. That'll find the kill, and they jump forward. They do have the Moonlight Shadow, which is protecting Archon from the moment with Lightning Bolt. They reveal him up at Moon. He'll turn down. Beastmaster finds kills Necrobooks. They burn off all the mana fluff from Motel into more peril underneath that tier 2 tower. So 2 heroes lost for OG for the cost of the Ember Spirit. But the top tier 2 tower was also taken by Archon before that fight began. Miracle's is very deep here. He's gonna, okay, yeah, simple doppelganger away. So maybe the tower trade-off is not as big now.
No, that was still an amazing fight for Archon. Like, they lose the Ember Spirit, sure, but you baited the Zeus and the Bat Rider to go deeper and deeper, and the Zeus just starting to fall behind, and obviously Zeus is gonna do Zeus things, but Beastmaster's effectiveness is really starting to ramp up. You're seeing the Necrobooks just go to work in every single one of these engagements. Like, the Zeus burns through his mana so quickly, he uses his Thunder God's Wrath, 2 lightning bolts. Then the Vengeance just like, okay, this guy's a dead hero. they've invested so much net worth into a hero that has no defensive capabilities. It's not like he can force stab out or anything. Like he just gets kind of pummeled. He has to be a little bit more mindful, I think, of his positioning in these fights, just because they kill him so damn fast. Like as soon as they lose one hero, Archon are just emboldened. Okay, we're gonna take down everybody.
Just picking up the Juggernaut. This observer board from OG is seeing everything Archon's trying to plan here. This play is just not going to work. In fact, OG, with no Talent Moon, they're moving in through that Radiant jungle. It's like Monkeys feels the pressure. How close is he? He's got... Okay, so he's got enough for the Claymore, but not the Broadsword just yet. And I'm also seeing an O-Club sitting on the Courier for Jo. So it looks to be a BKB build coming out from the OD as his next major item. Considering all the magical damage, makes sense.
Right now, Moon just continues to farm up. Needs to get a gem at some point too, I think. To really just take away as much map control and presence as they can from Archon.